There was a time I wanted people to notice everything I did. A little recognition here and there for the life I tried to live. I cared too much about opinions, too much about applause, too much about being understood by people I never knew it all. I thought validation mattered, thought approval meant success. But the years kept teaching lessons that slowly simplified the mess. The older I get, the less I need an audience, the less I need the world to agree. The quieter my heart becomes, the more comfortable I seem to be. The older I get, the less I need an audience, and the freer my spirit feels, because peace grows stronger when it no longer depends on how others feel. Now a peaceful evening means more than attention ever did. A real conversation means more than a crowded room full of noise. I've learned that contentment rarely arrives with a spotlight. It usually appears unnoticed on an ordinary night. The older I grow, the more I value the things no crowd can give: a clear conscience, a grateful heart, and a simple way to live. The world doesn't need to applaud you for your life to matter. The older I get, the less I need an audience, and that's a gift I didn't expect, because freedom begins the moment you stop needing constant respect. The older I get, the less I need an audience, and that's become my favorite part, because the loudest approval I've ever needed came from a peaceful heart. Some victories don't need witnesses. For a long time I cared at people like their burdens were my own, trying to fix every problem, trying to keep them from feeling alone. I thought love meant saving everyone, thought kindness meant saying yes, even when my own tired spirit needed a little rest. The more I gave without limits, the more exhausted I became, until one day I realized something had to change. The day I stopped trying to be everybody's answer, a weight lifted from my soul. I learned compassion has boundaries, and love doesn't require control. The day I stopped trying to be everybody's answer, life became easier to hold, because some lessons belong to others, no matter how much you care for them. Now I still listen with kindness, still offer what I can, but I no longer carry responsibilities that were never in my hands. Some people need their own journey, some people need their own road, and sometimes helping too much only adds another load. The years have shown me clearly what younger days couldn't see. You can care deeply about someone without carrying what they need to carry. Support is love, control is not, and there's a difference. The day I stopped trying to be everybody's answer, I found peace waiting there, not because I stopped caring, but because I learned to care wisely and fair. The day I stopped trying to be everybody's answer, and that's a lesson worth keeping, because healthy love knows when to help and when to let life do the teaching. You can walk beside someone without walking for them. Most of my years I was hurrying, always trying to get somewhere new, racing toward another Friday before Monday was even through. I hurried through the mornings, hurried through the days. Certain happiness was waiting a little farther down the way. But one evening on my porch, watching daylight slowly fade, I realized how much living I had missed along the way. The day I quit rushing through my life, the world seemed slower somehow. The birds sang a little sweeter, the sky looked different now. The day I quit rushing through my life, I noticed things I'd never seen, the beauty hiding quietly inside the spaces in between. I started drinking coffee slower, listening more than before, watching rain upon the windows instead of racing out the door. I called old friends more often, spent longer with the ones I love, and found that life's richest moments rarely arrive with a shove. The years have taught me gently that time moves fast enough alone. There's no need to push the river when it's already flowing home. Life isn't a destination, it's a collection of moments, and moments don't like to be rushed. The day I quit rushing through my life, I found a peace I couldn't buy, not in success or recognition, but beneath an ordinary sky. The day I quit rushing through my life, a deeper gratitude came through, because the slower I started living, the more life gave me to notice the best parts of life. Usually happen at a slower pace. When I was younger, I noticed success, the fancy cars, the shining names, the people standing in the spotlight, the winners of the bigger games. But the years have changed my vision in ways I never understood. Now I pay attention to kindness more than anything that looks good. A stranger holding open a door, a friend calling just because. Small acts of simple goodness remind me who we really are. The older I get, I notice kindness, the quiet things people do, the little acts that ask for nothing, yet somehow carry people through. The older I get, the more I notice kindness, and the more valuable it seems, because kindness leaves a mark long after we forget the details in between. I've seen wealth come and go, I've seen fame fade away, but kindness has a way of staying long after the passing day. The people I remember most aren't always the strongest in the room. They're the ones who made life lighter when the skies were filled with gloom. The older I grow, the more convinced that kindness is a kind of wealth, one of the few things you can give away without losing it yourself. Kindness rarely makes headlines, but it changes lives every day. The older I get, the more I notice kindness, and the more I try to give, because life becomes more meaningful when we help each other live. The older I get, the more I notice kindness, and that's become clear to me. The world is better because of quiet hearts doing good when nobody sees. Kindness doesn't need attention, only intention. I've spent a lot of years believing I needed more than what I had. A little more money in my pocket, a little more reason to be glad. Always reaching for tomorrow, always looking past today, thinking satisfaction lives somewhere a little farther down the way. But every mile I traveled brought a lesson back to me. Most of the things I truly needed were already close enough to see. The things I thought I needed turned out not to matter much. The bigger house, the louder praise, the endless rush for more and such. what made me whole. The best parts of this life have always lived inside the soul. Quiet morning by the window, a friend who calls just to say hi. A peaceful night beneath the stars, watching clouds drift through the sky. Those simple things grow richer the older that I become, because gratitude keeps revealing how much beauty was there all along. The years have changed my vision in ways I never knew. I stopped counting what was missing and started valuing what was true. Enough looks different when the heart finally slows down. The things I thought I needed were mostly passing wants. The things that stayed beside me were the things that really count. The things I thought I needed led me here eventually, to a life that feels much lighter than the one I used to dream. Sometimes enough is more than we realize. When I was younger, silence bothered me. I always needed noise around, a radio playing in the background, or another voice making a sound. I thought quiet meant loneliness, thought stillness meant something wrong. So I filled every empty corner and kept pushing along. But the years kept teaching softly what I couldn't hear back then. Some lessons only arrive when the noise finally ends. The older I get, the more I respect silence. The space between each word, because some truths speak the loudest without ever being heard. The older I get, the more I respect silence and the peace it leaves behind. because a quiet room often reveals what's hidden in the mind. Now I sit beneath the evening sky and watch the daylight fade, listening to the wind moving slowly through the trees and shade. No hurry, no distraction, no need to fill the air. Just a grateful heart noticing how much beauty is already there. The older I grow, the more I understand. Silence is an empty space. It's a place where tired souls can finally slow their pace. Silence isn't the absence of something. Sometimes it's the presence of peace. The older I get, the more I respect silence and the wisdom it can bring, because life becomes clearer when you stop interrupting everything. The older I get, the more I respect silence, and that's a gift the years gave me. Because the soul hears best when the world grows quiet enough to see. Silence never demanded attention. Yet it taught me the most. There was a time I'd carry comments long after they were said, replaying every conversation inside my worried head. If someone seemed distant, I thought I'd done something wrong. If someone didn't understand me, I'd wonder for far too long. I gave strangers too much power over how I felt inside, until the years revealed a truth I could no longer hide. The day I stopped taking everything personally, a burden left my soul. I realized most people are fighting battles I may never fully know. The day I stopped taking everything personally, the world became less hard, because not every storm around me was aimed at my heart. carry old wounds, some carry fears unseen. Some are simply overwhelmed by places they've already been. And often what they say or do has little to do with me. They're walking through their own weather, trying to find clarity. The older I get, the more I notice compassion changes the view. When you stop assuming everything must somehow point to you. Not every shadow is about you. Not every silence means rejection. Sometimes people are simply tired. The day I stopped taking everything personally, life became easier to hold. I traded constant overthinking for a heart that felt more whole. The day I stopped taking everything personally, and that's a lesson worth keeping, because peace grows stronger when you stop assuming and start seeing. Understanding others often begins with relaxing your assumptions. There was a time I'd argue every point I thought was right. I'd carry every disagreement far into the night. I thought winning meant something. I thought proving made me strong. But the years kept teaching lessons I somehow missed for too long. Some folks never want the truth. Some folks never change their view. And spending all your energy won't make either one come true. You don't have to win every battle. You don't have to prove every point. Some roads lead nowhere slowly. Some fights only disappoint. You don't have to win every battle. That's something age showed me. Because peace becomes more valuable, and being right can never be. Now I choose my moments carefully. I let some conversations pass, not because I've grown weaker, but because I've learned what lasts. A quiet evening on the porch, a friend who understands, a little calm inside your spirit is worth more than making demands. The older I get, the clearer this simple truth appears: most of what once seemed important disappears with the years. Wisdom doesn't always speak louder. Sometimes wisdom simply walks away. You don't have to win every battle. You don't have to carry every load. Some burdens belong to strangers. Some lessons belong to the road. You don't have to win every battle. And that's enough for me tonight. Because a peaceful heart sleeps better than a proud one ever might. Not every fight deserves your strength. I remember nights of worrying about things I couldn't change, staring at the ceiling, trying to rearrange every problem waiting for me, every fear inside my head, making shadows look much bigger than they really were instead. I thought I'd never make it through some of those difficult years, but here I am this evening, looking back beyond those fears. Most things work out eventually, not always how we plan, not always when we want them to, but somehow life understands. Most things work out eventually. That's what these old eyes see. The storms that seemed impossible didn't stay forever with me. I've lost things I thought I needed. I've watched good plans fall apart. I've taken roads I never wanted and carried a heavy heart. But every chapter taught me something. Every setback played a role. Even the hardest seasons helped shape my soul. The years have shown me clearly what younger days could never prove. Life keeps finding ways forward, even when we cannot move. Patience is a hard teacher, but looking back, it was usually right. Most things work out eventually, maybe not the way we dream, but sometimes what's waiting for us is better than it first seems. Most things work out eventually, and that's enough for me tonight, because hope grows stronger when you've survived enough hard times. The road keeps going, and so do we. I used to think every problem needed a solution. Every wound needed healing. Every broken thing needed fixing. But after enough years, you learn something different. I spent a lifetime trying to mend what had fallen apart, trying to put back together every fractured heart. I stayed long after the ending, trying to save what was gone, holding on to old chapters long after the story moved on. Some roads were already finished, some bridges were meant to fall, and no amount of wishing could change that at all. Some things aren't meant to be fixed, some things are meant to be left behind. Not every storm becomes sunshine, not every answer arrives on time. The harder I tried to hold on, the more peace slipped through my hands. Some things aren't meant to be fixed, and wisdom learns to understand. Was a friendship I carried long after it stopped being real. There was a dream I protected long after it lost its appeal. And every time I forced it, life seemed to push back harder, like the river was reminding me I wasn't steering the water. Funny what age reveals when the noise finally fades. Sometimes healing begins the moment acceptance stays. Some things aren't meant to be fixed, some things are meant to be left behind. Not every storm becomes sunshine, not every answer arrives on time. The harder I tried to hold on, the more peace slipped through my hands. Some things aren't meant to be fixed, and wisdom learns to understand. Maybe strength isn't repairing everything. Maybe strength is knowing when to stop, knowing when the lesson is over, knowing when the season is changed, and having the courage to let life move forward. Some things aren't meant to be fixed. Some things are meant to set you free. And what once felt like a heartbreak can become clarity. I don't fight every ending now. I don't resist every plan. Some things aren't meant to be fixed, and that's something I finally understand. The older I get, the more I realize peace doesn't come from controlling life. Peace comes from walking with it. There were days I thought were endings, days that broke my plans apart, days that left me standing lonely with questions in my heart. A door closed without warning, a dream slipped through my hands, and I couldn't see a future I could possibly understand. At the time it felt like losing, at the time it felt unfair, but life was quietly building something waiting somewhere there. What seemed like the end was a beginning, though I couldn't see it then. The road was changing direction, not disappearing in the wind. What seemed like the end was a beginning, that's what these old years showed. Sometimes life closes one chapter to make room for another road. Looking back, I see the pattern hidden underneath the pain. The things I begged to keep were not meant to remain. Some blessings were disguises, some answers took their time, and some of my greatest moments came after difficult goodbyes. The years have taught me patience, the kind that only comes through scars, because understanding often arrives long after the dark. Not every ending is a loss. sometimes. It's an introduction. What seemed like the end was a beginning, and that truth still comforts me. The future was quietly waiting beyond what I could see. What seemed like the end was a beginning, and that's why I trust the road. Because life has surprised me before in ways I'll never outgrow. Some doors close so better ones can open. Most of my life I searched for answers, trying to explain who I was, trying to make sense of my story, trying to earn a little trust. Some people heard the words I spoke, but never heard the heart inside. And some judged the pages of my life without reading what was behind. Then every now and then I'd meet a soul who somehow understood, without needing long explanations, without assuming the worst. The peace of being understood is rarer than people know. It's a place where the heart can rest and no longer carry the load. The peace of being understood feels like coming in from the rain, a quiet shelter for the spirit after years of explaining. The best listeners I ever met didn't try to fix my scars. They simply sat beside the story and accepted every part. There's comfort in being seen without having to pretend, and there's healing in a conversation that doesn't need to defend. The older I get, the more I value the people who truly see, not the version the world assumes, but the person underneath. Understanding is a gift, not because it's loud, because it's rare. The peace of being understood has become one of life's treasures, more valuable than recognition or any form of measure. The peace of being understood still feels like a small miracle to me, because in a world full of opinions, someone chose to simply see. The heart rests easier when it no longer feels alone. There were people who judged me before they knew my name. People who saw one chapter and thought they knew the whole thing. They saw the mistakes I made, but not the battles I survived. They saw the scars upon my skin, but not what kept me alive. For a while their opinions stayed heavier than they should, until life taught me something I finally understood. The people who judged me didn't know my story, didn't walk the roads I've known, didn't carry the weight I carried, or face the storms I've grown through. The people who judged me didn't know my story, and that's become alright with me, because understanding isn't something you can demand from everybody. The older I get, the more I realize most people are doing the same, looking at each other's surface while carrying hidden pain. Every face has a history, every heart has a past, and most of what really matters isn't visible at a glance. Now I spend less time explaining and more time living true, because peace arrived the moment I stopped needing their approval. Not everyone will understand you. That doesn't make your journey any less real. The people who judged me didn't know my story, but life knew every page, every loss, every lesson, every season, every age. The people who judged me didn't know my story, and that's no longer my concern, because the people who matter usually take the time to learn. A story can't be understood from a single page. Spent so many years waiting for something better to arrive, thinking happiness was somewhere just a little further down the line. Always looking toward tomorrow, never standing where I stood, never noticing the blessings hidden in the neighborhood. I thought these days were ordinary, just another passing year. Didn't know I'd someday miss them when they disappeared. One day you'll miss these days, the mornings and the simple things, the familiar roads you travel, and the comfort that they bring. One day you'll miss these days more than you realize today. That's why I'm learning to be grateful before they slip away. The old coffee cup on the table, the chair beside the window light, the voice of someone you love saying goodnight every night. These moments rarely look important while you're living through them all, but memory has a funny habit of making small things feel tall. The years keep moving forward like a river to the sea, and every season leaves behind a different version of me. Life doesn't always announce its treasures. Sometimes it hides them inside ordinary days. One day you'll miss these days, the laughter, the silence, the view, the people you assumed would always be there, the little things you never knew. One day you'll miss these days, so I'm holding them a little tighter tonight, because the moments that seem the smallest often become the highlights of life. Tomorrow becomes memory faster than we think. There were days I thought were endings, days that broke my plans apart, days that left me standing lonely with questions in my heart. A door closed without warning, a dream slipped through my hands, and I couldn't see a future I could possibly understand. At the time it felt like losing, at the time it felt unfair, but life was quietly building Something waiting somewhere there. What seemed like the end was a beginning, though I couldn't see it then. The road was changing direction, not disappearing in the wind. What seemed like the end was a beginning. That's what these old years showed. Sometimes life closes one chapter to make room for another road. Looking back, I see the pattern hidden underneath the pain. The things I begged to keep were not meant to remain. Some blessings wore disguises, some answers took their time, and some of my greatest moments came after difficult goodbyes. The years have taught me patience, the kind that only comes through scars, because understanding often arrives long after the dark. Not every ending is a loss. Sometimes it's an introduction. What seemed like the end was a beginning, and that truth still comforts me. The future was quietly waiting beyond what I could see. What seemed like the end was a beginning, and that's why I trust the road, because life has surprised me before in ways I'll never outgrow. Some doors close, so better ones can open.